What's up, Keen Creator fans? Today, we'll need a super syringe to get started. Let's remove this strange little nozzle. Proceed to apply instant glue until the hole is completely sealed. And with a sharp tool, create a big hole in the middle, just like the potholes in my city. If you were wondering what to insert into this hole, here's the answer: a pin. Get some galvanized wire. I saved this from when we had to make figures in school. Cut a piece that resembles a crescent moon, and with the help of a cylindrical object, bend it to make this shape. Don't ask me why I used a fragile beaker. Once ready, repeat this last step 3 times, and continue to make all the bends you see on the screen. In the meantime, and since this step reminded me of my not-so-old school days, why don't you tell me in the comments what you want to study, are studying, or have studied? Once ready, put all the pieces together like this to create the most important part of the homemade mixer. Now, let's go back to the pin and cut it in half. Then fit the rotating part into the hole of the pin and seal it with our super glue. Great! I added a little more tape just in case. With the saw, cut the excess of the pin container and look for one of these strange dual pivot motors. With a lighter, melt the protruding end and place glue inside to insert one of the 2 pivots. Apply pressure so that the motor is securely fastened. Lastly, I've been making several things related to cooking. Maybe by the time we finish this mixer, I'll qualify as a chef. Put more glue on the motor and glue the syringe there, making sure that the other pivot enters the hole we made at the beginning of the video. Create holes on both sides of the syringe, one smaller than the other. We'll proceed with our well-known patented electrical circuit. Put the red wire into the syringe and thread it through the smaller hole, and then connect it to the tiny clip closest to the motor. Take out your evil villain device that you keep hidden away and attach it to the black wire, which should be inserted into the syringe. Cut a small piece of copper-coated wire to connect them. But first, pass it through both holes. When all the cables are connected where they should be, you can insert the switch into the large hole and glue it down as best you can. Our blender needs a power supply, and since it'll be portable, it needs to have a built-in battery. The rubber piece we removed from the syringe support will serve as a lid, and that's how you can save money on kitchen appliances, by creating your own blender. A commercial blender would cost you hundreds of dollars, and this one, at most, costs $50 and a dip in the garbage. Not to mention that it has enough power to whip up your eggs for breakfast. What more could you want? Scrambled eggs. Delicious! Does anyone like cheese omelets? The following invention revolves around this little bottle of glue. Let us know in the comments if any of you used to put glue on your fingers, or in my case, the whole hand and wait for it to dry, then peel it pretending that our skin was falling off. We were happy and didn't know it. Although, I must confess that I was a fan of the Prit glue brand because I didn't really like the consistency of the white glue. In fact, I still prefer it to this day, so appreciate what I do for you. So sticky. Ugh! Another thing I liked to do when I was a kid, besides play Pokemon, was to throw pencils using my fingers as a catapult. I hit some poor classmates in the eye. It's so hard to get all this dried glue off. Okay, after wasting some time, let's get back to the invention. Take the lid off the glue bottle and pour it into a deep bowl. It's so slimy and gross. I've never liked anything with this consistency. But I'll do it for the sake of science. Buy some food coloring or look for some in your cupboard. These dyes tend to be quite strong, so just use a little bit, which will be enough for the glue to take on the color of radioactive mucus or space vomit. I make myself sick. Once well mixed, pour in a little water and stir it to dilute it. This is how the vegetable smoothie my mother used to give me when I didn't behave. We'll add some of this disinfectant solution. I can't quite see the label, but pour a little in while stirring until it takes on an even stickier consistency. Doesn't it remind you of the slime that Nickelodeon used to dump on the participants in their events? I never understood why they liked it so much. I still think this is gross, but I'm sure a lot of you will like it. There are tons of things you can compare it to. like ectoplasm or flubber. Have you ever seen that movie? Get a bunch of googly eyes in a small Pringles can, where we'll pour the strange green substance. Use your finger if it comes out too slowly. Poke down the slime so it molds well to the can. And then empty the bag of eyeballs into the Pringles container. Use your fingers to mix it together again. Close the lid and you're done. A big booger filled with eyes. You can annoy your sister by throwing it in her face. Just kidding, don't be aggressive, guys. For the last experiment, we'll need a lighter that comes with a light. With the help of your favorite tool, remove the metal cover and pull out the entire switch piece. In high school, we used to throw empty lighters on the floor really hard just to see them explode. I know it's so random, but I couldn't think of anything else to say. Take some masking tape and wrap it around the switch as shown on the screen. Now for dessert, steal some treats from your little cousin without him noticing so he doesn't cry, but not so fast. The candy container must be cylindrical and long, so not just anyone will do. In case you don't find one like that, kindly ask your granny to give you her pill container. With the help of the hot glue gun, make a hole in the base of the tube and insert the switch. It should look something like this. To seal it, use plenty of hot glue around the hole. After having a toast to the success of this channel, we'll recycle the cork from the bottle. Have you ever opened a bottle of champagne? The cork flies out due to the pressure of the gas the liquor contains, and that's precisely what we'll make happen with this cork, only without the need to spend so much on fine wine. Wrap one end of the cork with green tape so that it fits securely when you put it in the cylinder. It should fit very tightly. Get your Dior perfume and spray some on the inside of the tube to get rid of the cheap candy smell. Not to mention, when the cork pops out, it will leave a trail of spring rose scent. Straight to the field test. Wow! You'll leave at least a bruise on any poor soul that crosses your path. Bottles of water fall, glasses fly, and even gallons of water topple over. Maybe in the future, the Army will ask me to develop new toys for them. Thanks for watching our inventions made out of household items today. Follow my channel if you'd like to learn more about making simple yet incredible inventions. Also, click on the link to see more videos about my amazing inventions. Click on the link to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial.